Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today, if you can tell by the title, I'm officially gonna stop gatekeeping my curly hair routine and show you guys how to get your curls from this to this. I've actually been wanting to make a video like this because every so often somebody will DM me what my curly hair routine is, or in person somebody will be like, how do you do your hair? And it's so hard to fully explain my 10 million steps in a 60-second conversation transaction. So next time I can just be like, this is my YouTube channel. I actually have a curly hair routine video up if you want to check it out. Like and subscribe while you're at it. So yeah, let's go get started. Okay, so first I'm just spraying my hair with some water. My hair has very low prosperity, meaning it doesn't hold moisture very well, and it's also very low-key damaged. So right out of the shower, my hair will just start drying up, and you never want to do your curls with dry hair, so make sure that your hair is dripping wet. Next, I'm just taking my hairbrush and I'm just going to brush through my hair, detangling it. You're going to notice that I do this a lot throughout the video. And I'm also just going to brush my hair forward, so trigger warning. This is gonna get really ugly, but it has to get ugly before it gets good, as they say. Then I'll just part my hair at the crown of my head, and I usually twist the middle section into a bun and hold it in place with a claw clip, but this will basically help us later on to put some volume into our hair, which I desperately need because my layers are grown out and I usually focus more on structure rather than volume. Then I work one section at a time, making sure that my hair is dripping wet and detangled. And I firstly go in with the very controversial Shea Moisture, specifically their Deep Moisturizing Leave-In Conditioner. This brand is very controversial in the curly hair community, but I find that it works for me. So just do your research and find what works for you. I focus this in more towards my roots and drag out the excess products towards the ends of my hair. If you're looking for more volume, I'd avoid putting too much product near your roots. Then I use the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, and I'll just rake this into the ends of my hair and scrunch it in. I avoid using this on my roots just because I find that it is heavier than the moisturizing cream, and I still want a little bit of volume. And I will use a detangling brush to detangle my hair. And then working in sections once again, I'm sectioning off that piece of hair, and I'm going to do this 3 times, and each section I'm brushing with the Bounce Curl hairbrush and just letting it separate my curls and do its thing. And then it's kind of hard to explain what I do, but you'll see me do it. I shake out my hair, scrunch it up, and then I'll put that over my claw clip and move on to the next section. And then when I'm finally done with all of my sections, I'll go in with the Très Aimé Extra Hold Mousse and scrunch out my hair. And then I will repeat everything that I just did to my other section. And when we're finally done with that, we can finally start on the middle section. So essentially we're just doing the exact same things that we did to our 2 side sections, but the placement is just a little bit different. So we're going to make sure that our hair is once again dripping wet and detangled. And now you see me going in again with the Deep Moisturizing Cream and the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, but this is what I mean by our placement is a little bit different. So if I'm explaining correctly and you're conceptualizing correctly, the hair that we see in the video right now, if we flipped it over back to how it's supposed to be, that would be the underneath. So nobody's gonna see that. That's why I'm making sure to rake my fingers through the sides and the underneath, because that's where I want my cream to be. If we put all of our cream on what we're seeing right now, when we flip that over, the technical underneath would be very frizzy, and that is not what the people want to see. So you make sure that you're raking your hair. Of course, still put it on top, but make sure that your focus is on the underneath, if you understand what I'm putting down. And now I'm just detangling my hair once again. And then working in sections again, we're sectioning off our hair into 3s or 4s or however many it takes to get to the very front pieces. And we're gonna brush that hair out again with the bounce curl brush, scrunch it, and then put it back. And then with this front section, instead of scrunching, I'm actually going to coil each individual curl and or curl cluster, just because this is my most damaged area for my hair, so this helps give the curls some structure and longevity. And sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, if I want my curls to be super coily, and if I want my hair to last more than maybe 3 days, I'll actually go ahead and coil each individual strand of hair that I have. So... And now I flip all my hair over and scrunch mousse in specifically to the sections that we just worked on, but all over my hair. And now we're done with all the hard stuff, so I just use a claw clip and clip the top of my hair. This just helps with volume, and I'll let it dry like this, let it gel cast form. You can diffuse your hair if you want, but I don't like how frizzy mine turns out after I diffuse it, so I just let it air dry. It is now the next day, and I'm using this coconut miracle oil, scrunching it through my hair and separating my curls. I normally do my hair in the mornings, that way it can dry throughout the day and I can let the gel cast form and I can structure my hair into the way that I'd like it. However, on this day I did do my hair at night and it was getting a bit late, so I just threw it up in a pineapple bun and put on my bonnet and went to sleep. I don't recommend doing this because I do find that the gel cast doesn't form as well, and I'm not able to structure my hair the way I want it, so it doesn't turn out looking up to my standards, but I just make do with what I have. And now I'm basically all done. My hair actually turned out really cute, and I know yours would too, so let your curls out and let them breathe. I hope some of you guys found this helpful, and thanks for watching.